Five, four, three, two, one. We're all alive. Jesus Christ. Yep, yep.
We know we don't have to copyright this song.
Oh, I know. Golly, you would think. Holy, oh my God, I just pounded my glasses. What's up? We got a viewer. No, we don't have a viewer. We had one and then it went back to zero.
Oh, well,
Yeah, I know.
our faithful viewers will
Yeah,
tune in.
exactly. So what is going on, everybody?
Hi, everybody.
It is
Welcome.
Spark Up Kitchen.
And Frickin'
Yep, yep,
coming
yeah.
at you today on this. What's the weather like in North Carolina
Girl,
today?
it's like in the upper 60s, low 70s. It's bright and beautiful and sunny. And it's such a contrast for some of the weather that we've had lately, which has been cold and rainy. How about you in
Right.
Canada?
It is dry. We've had some really nice mild days with some sun. I was actually out on the motorcycle this weekend. However,
nice.
we do have rain coming for the next 4 or 5 days, which is typical of the West Coast.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so really? Because, well, I guess over like in California, like
Yeah, well,
they don't really have.
they're way closer to the equator than we are. I guess they're in drought. We're in a rainforest, right? Because we've got the mountains, the Rocky Mountains, and I know California has some mountains, but those mountains that go right down pretty much the border of British Columbia and Alberta, that gives us a whole different weather system out here on the
warming
West
up
Coast.
there.
Well, the other day it was 13 degrees. I know that's Fahrenheit, it's Celsius. It will start to get warm in April. Yeah.
Okay.
April-ish, it starts to get, nice mild temperatures. That said, 13 degrees, I know 16 degrees Celsius is 61 degrees Fahrenheit because the numbers are 16 and 61. So it's probably in the 50s would be 13 degrees.
Oh, I see. So it's 50s there.
Yes.
Oh, so y'all aren't that much off from us.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Yeah. That's what I'd say. That's what I'd say. So what are we making today, Stephanie?
Welcome everybody. We are making it's called Cuban Bean Salad. It's one of my best girlfriend in the world's recipe that I've modified just a slight bit. We're going to be adding avocado, but it is so undamn real delicious. Every time I take this to a party or some sort of gathering, people go nuts, Siobhan.
Yeah.
People go like, oh my God, this is amazing. But so what we're going to start out doing is I'm adding onion. So the difference in the recipe is I'm adding onion and I'm going to add some avocado at the very end. And you know what? I'm not going to put my avocado in and mix it because sometimes it's like that becomes guacamole with beans. No.
Yes.
We want it to be chunky. So we'll just add that at the end. So cool. So welcome everybody and let's get started. So
let's get started.
Yeah. Hell yeah, girl. I'm going to go ahead.
Now I got a little bit ahead. Look at the nice trio of beans because my sink is way over there. So I already drained my garbanzo beans or chickpeas you can substitute if you can't find garbanzo beans. Chickpeas do the trick, are almost the same. And the black beans and then the kidney beans.
Cool. Well, I am actually going to be using an apparatus today to chop up my perfectly chunked onions. So I'm going to start out with that. So you know what? I wanted to thank everybody who was getting on and voting for me daily. It really squeezes my heart. I'm still in the top 3. I was top 2. Doesn't really matter. Here's the thing: is that earlier in the week, and I've noticed myself looking at the group and looking at the people that are number 1 and number 2 spot, and I'm going to their profiles and I'm trying to find them, and instead of focusing so much on the competition, because they're just as deserving and just as worthy as I know that I am for this 2-page spot in Bon Appetit, as well as the $50,000 to do whatever it is that their heart desires to do. And it's just like, instead of comparing myself and being obsessed with what they're doing, I should be focusing on myself. And that just goes to show that that we're all human. And but it's like, where do you got to get yourself back on track to what is important to you and what my why is and why I'm worthy of being in the Bon Appetit 2-page spread and why I want to start this food truck, what I want for Deefarickinlicious. And, I just found myself, instead of putting myself in a negative space, focus on me. What again brings my light to the world. So,
you remembering your why you want this. And don't we all compare ourselves? Like, what is it about anything? Regardless of, even if it's not a competition, I'm coming up in the coaching world and and how often do I go looking at what everybody else is doing? And good for them for being successful coaches, for being successful entrepreneurs, and for being all that stuff. But I put a saying on I think it was on my Spark Up community page, my business page, and it was fear, what was it? Jealousy and lack are the children of fear and envy. And it really made me kind of look at, because I've had a lack mentality for most of my life around everything. Even though I'm so abundant, I still have this lack concept going on. So then I had to look at, okay, is that coming from envy or jealousy? And I think in my life, I've always carried a little bit of envy around people who were doing better, and in quotation marks, because I really don't know, it's all surface stuff unless they're like my really good friends. But, you look at successful coaches around here or anywhere, especially on the internet now where it's all open to everybody.
And you know what, Siobhan? Everybody's doing it. Everybody is looking at what somebody else is doing. And have you ever heard of compersion? The term compersion? I just saw this somewhere yesterday. I cannot remember where it was, but it's about feeling joy and happiness for someone who obtains something that you want but haven't gotten yet. So you genuinely are super happy for them and there's no jealousy. Yeah. And that feeling or that thought can be a difficult one to cultivate when you so badly want something,
Yes.
and it doesn't happening in the timing that you want. We want everything now.
Well, that's true. We do want everything now, and those feelings of worthiness certainly do come in, right? You look and you see what other people are doing, and then you think, well, I should be doing it that way, or maybe I should be doing it this way, and what did they do? Without realizing that you got to where you are doing your own thing. Absolutely. Right? I bet you I haven't seen who the competitors are here, but how many other people want to have a food truck? Like, I think that is amazing. Like, a food truck is just, I can just see you with that food truck too. I know there's something's going to be spinning on top of it, I'm sure. I can visualize it. I see you already with
Deefarickinlicious, definitely. And just to speak to what you were just saying is that when I'm sitting there and I'm giving energy to that which is not in alignment with putting me where I want to be, where I'm focusing on them and like, wow, she's number one, he's number one, she's number one, she's number two now. No, that's doing nothing for me and putting me up to number one. Focusing on my talents, my skills, my why, and allowing the universe to work in the way and when in the right time, in the right way, in the right space. But I had to have a reality check. I had to have a checkmate with that this week.
That's right. And to learn that when you're doing that, when you're looking at what other people are doing, of course, you're putting that energy out there of, I'm not good enough. I'm not doing this, instead of just realizing that you are good enough. I mean, something made you put your name in the hat. It's kind of like that fact. The facts are that you are a talented chef with a personality and a goal and a dream. And you got yourself, there's a faith in you, and that's why you put yourself in this contest in the first place. Think of all those people who looked at that and went, I'm not good enough. So you actually got yourself to that point But then sooner or later, it's like, oh, this can't be. Like those
Right.
triggers come up, right? Yeah, almost the sabotage,
Yeah.
the sabotager you start with.
Right. And yeah, and that's just not the right energy, that I need to have in order to, again, obtain the reality that I want. So, you were, so I just wanted to real quick say that we've got our tomatoes, and I'm just going to mix those up a little bit in this bowl. And now that I have got everything sliced up, except for my garlic. Oh, I forgot about the garlic. I'm using fresh garlic today.
I am too.
This is good if you use jarred garlic, but I am going to use fresh garlic today. So I've got 4 cloves, and I'm just smashing those and chopping them up.
Me too.
So I want to your week, Siobhan.
Okay, but I do want to show to the viewers and any of my regular viewers, I have a bowl. You maybe know I've shared lots of times that I have a measuring cup and a wooden salad bowl that I use, but we actually found bowls in our basement that have been packed since we moved here, I think. My week is good. I've been really learning all about social media. That's a full-time job in itself. I wonder what entrepreneurs did before. I mean, were they were out knocking on doors and calling, but now it's all about the social media. So I had earlier this year when the Spark Up vision came to me, and it really came to me in a vision, probably like your food truck. Spark Up community came to me in a vision. So I created a business page because my coach, and Camille Tyler, if you're watching, I love you and thank you. I have a business coach that is helping me with social media because I would not know what I was doing otherwise.
Yes.
And, she's tuned me on, and I think you actually suggested too, oh, it's great you have a business page, but now you need a group.
Yeah, because the group is going to be the people that are in line specifically with what it is you're doing.
Yeah, but I had my hackles up again, somewhat like the imposter syndrome of, oh, well, I already got people to my business page. Who's going to come to a private group? Honestly, where do these thoughts come from? Who's going to come to my group? I just invited them to my page, and now I want them to join a group. Well, yeah, because now I'm even going to be able to foster my community even more. Because it's going to be, that's right. And Siobhan Spark Up community is a business page where but now I'm taking that community, get ready for it, and I'm making a Spark Up clubhouse. That's right, my friends. It's going to be play, not to be confused. And really, I don't think enough people off social media know anything about the actual clubhouse that I thought about that app that's come out now
that's another thing I need to get into.
That's another thing, yeah. But the Spark Up Clubhouse is going to be more of an interactive group where I'm eventually going to get all my lives in there. That's where my lives are going to be. It's going to be a private group where we're going to be able to do a lot more stuff. I'll be able to do laughter yoga in the rooms, and it's just going to be more of a community. It's going to be more of a back and forth where we can share things. It's amazing how you act. Yeah. How you actually.
Everybody.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's just my garlic, onions, and tomatoes.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Putting my garlic, 4 cloves of garlic.
Yes, girl,
it's going in there. Thank God Graham is eating the same thing I'm eating.
You know what I forgot to do?
What?
I forgot to change where we were streaming. I meant to go in and change it to the Happy Heart today.
We're not in the Happy Heart. It's done.
Oh, what do you mean? We can't stream into the Happy Heart?
Well, no, she doesn't. There's no more happy. Like that was just a 3-week challenge.
Oh.
Yeah. So the Happy Heart right now doesn't have any activity in it.
Okay, you know what? I saw Kim Bond's name and I didn't know that was a challenge. I thought that was a group.
Well, it was a group, and it still is a group, but the 21-day wellness variety show was part of the February. Gotcha. And in March, she's actually doing nutrition month, but I'm
Okay.
just waiting to hear from her on what if she needs more collaborators or
Because
not.
I think that we had people from the Happy Heart. That's where they were seeing us rotate, because we had several from the Happy Heart group last week watching and interacting. So
Oh,
maybe
okay.
Kim is somewhat, we just got a like. So maybe Kim is watching. So I did want to
Maybe they
say,
are.
yeah,
And the group is still active. So,
okay. So
yeah, let's
we're
do it.
just not streaming in it. So I've got
Oh,
the can of kidney beans, the can
yeah.
of black beans, and the can of garbanzo beans. So
Nice.
now you want to strain, you want to rinse and strain all of them before adding them to the bowl.
Yes.
So, and then mix it up.
Okay, I'm doing that.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, girl, it's looking amazing.
It is looking amazing. Oh, I have to do the reach. I'm not going to be able to reach that. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just okay. So you know how adaptable we are. Here we go. 2
Yeah.
spoons.
There you go.
Yeah. So my week has been busy learning Canva as well. I've been on the computer a lot, and I went down a rabbit hole. So I suffer from generalized anxiety disorder, which I make no secret of, because there's a lot of people out there. And what I found yesterday, and this is again is Camille. So Camille called me at 7:30 a.m. because I was sent her stuff the night before. We've got a time difference too.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, a couple days ago, I sent her some stuff, and she's like, "Oh my God, Siobhan, let me help you." Like, when that happens, when somebody says to you, "Let me help you," I say yes. I am not afraid anymore of asking for help, nor am I afraid, if I get overwhelmed, to tell people I'm overwhelmed. So I've been on Canva the last few days, and Camille taught me a lot. So yesterday she called me at 7:15 my time in the morning, 9:15 her time. I'm like, I'm in my pajamas drinking my coffee. What do you want? And so she told me some stuff to do on Canva and this and that. 5 hours later, 5 hours I spent lost in Canva land, because so for those who don't know, Canva is a free site where you can make your logos, you can do your branding, you can find your branding colors.
That's how I do our advertisements.
1,000 things to do on Canva. You can do, a presentation post, Instagram posts. Like, now I can go into Canva and make an Instagram post, which I actually did yesterday.
Yeah.
But I got so lost. And I was wasting so much time in there, changing colors, changing this, changing that, changing fonts, changing this, changing that. And just as I was messaging Camille to say, I'm lost, my anxiety has taken over, and I'm now in a rabbit hole, she actually called me again without me even, and she's like, I said, "Oh my God, I'm just texting you." And she said, "I must have picked up something from you, because I just had the urge to call you, and I'm going to talk you off the ledge."
Wow. Yeah. Absolutely.
And to all those people out there who are afraid to ask for help or don't want to talk about stuff, the more you keep this stuff inside, like Stephanie, you sharing about going. Now, if you had kept that inside and you hadn't shared that with anybody, you would have been carrying that around with you. You would have gotten off of this and then carried that with you. Talking about shit gets it out of here and out of here. And
transmutes
the world. It's the exactly. It's the perspective. I mean, if you keep something inside your little 5-foot body, or however tall you are, 5'4", I don't know. Stephanie and I have never met. I don't know how tall she is. I think she might be half. Okay, a little shorter than me. I know, it looks like we're in the same kitchen because of our cupboards. But if you keep your stuff in your wall, in your head, that's the only place it can grow and live. Whereas as soon as it's out in the whole entire universe, and it loses its power. It really does, unless you take it back.
Absolutely. And again, it's like I was saying with Katie Joe yesterday. It's not that you won't think about the situation. Again, it's that it won't have that same effect, or now you'll know what is necessary in order to dissipate that. Because we were talking about pain, and how pain and sickness, dis-ease, will manifest in the body based upon what you're focusing on, what you're suppressing, what you're dwelling on. And I've been having like lower back issues and belly issues for quite some time now, almost a year, and it's because I'm not dealing with something, I'm not moving moving on from something, you know, there's something that like it'll seem to get a little better, and then it flares right back up again. And you know that it just takes a concerted effort to to bring that awareness so you can heal, because everything is healable. And that's what, you know, what Katie Jo was saying yesterday is everything, you know, is you can heal anything energetically, because everything is energy. Everything is just a different conglomeration of atoms from the periodic table. Everything.
Well, you know, there was a thing about like pain has, like when you feel pain, you put an emotion to it. And I figured out, well, I didn't figure out, somebody figured this out, but on my own, and I didn't realize there was an actual science. Like when you cut your finger and it's in pain, like when you just, instead of going, oh my God, because that's the automatic reaction, to breathe, like to separate. That's how people walk on their like walk on nail beds, like that mental
or on
power
fire,
of like just breathing. And I found like if I twist my ankle or right away, if I just start to deep breathe, that puts a little bit of distance right away between me and the pain. Like I've trained myself to go, okay,
and
breathe.
And I like what you just said, because it does take training. It's not something that you just do. And Kim and Jacqueline say hello, ladies, and 10-second breath. Kim says 10-second breath before react. And yeah, like we know that. And it's about cultivating that habit, and cultivating that habit takes the right mindset and then the right actions. You know, hey, I wanted to say something real quick. You cannot add too much cumin to this dish.
I know, and you've said this. And if anybody's, you know, in Stephanie's recipe book, capital letters, generous amounts of cumin. I mean generous, with about 50 exclamation marks, caps. And then it's the cilantro, and then it's in capital letters, more cumin. Okay. And then in capital letters again, add zest of lime, sea salt, more cumin. So I am like, really, how much are you putting in there?
Girl, I mean, like I said, I mean, I've got like one of those 3-ounce jars, but I wind up using about a half of it.
Okay, well, I don't want to put in like a quarter of a cup.
Well, no, but I don't even think there is a quarter. Well, there might be a quarter cup in the whole jar, but my point is that you think, oh my God, this is going to have too much cumin, and I promise you it doesn't. The first time I ever did this episode was several years ago, because again, this recipe is inspired by one of my best friends, Laura Rasmussen, and her and my other best friend, one of my other best friends from California. She was here from California, and they were here. And we did this, and we featured all of Laura's beautiful artwork all around.
Oh, nice!
And every once in a while, I'll be like, "All right, everybody, hey, did we add some cumin? I think we forgot the cumin." And I'll be like, "Add some more cumin." And you know, and then you do this, and then you want to add, you know, sea salt and cracked black pepper.
Oh, and, shoot!
Yeah,
my black pepper is in the other room. My salt and black pepper, because we ate our dining room tables in the other room. So I might just have to go.
Do you guys have Red Hot Blues in Canada?
That's what I forgot, the chips.
Oh, yeah, it's all right. Get them later, girl. I mean, it's
okay. I got crackers. Yeah,
as a side, but blue chips with this is like definitely the way to go.
Yum.
But yeah, I mean, tell your hubby to bring home some from work. From work, yeah. You know, I know he works at the grocery store, right?
Yeah. Before, when I worked at the grocery store, that worked out really well, because then I would always he never had to grocery shop, because I always did the grocery shopping. And in fact, I promised him when we got married, I said, actually, when we first started dating, I said, you'll never have to go grocery shopping again. Well, then of course I quit the grocery store. So
yeah. I'm just chopping up some of my cilantro right now.
I'm chopping up my onion. You know what I got to do? I got to disconnect my microphone in order to get over there. So entertain them for a sec, Steph.
I will. I'll just do a little dance and a little sound. So how's everybody doing today? We got another comment from Kim. She says, tell all my athletes, breathe. Breathe and then analyze. That is such great advice, Kim. You know, and like I said, it's so easy to react, to respond, instead of take that time to take that deep breath. But imagine how different the mindset is going to be about reacting when you do that breath work. But it's going to take practice. It's going to take something that you choose to do. And what's going on, Siobhan? Is something wrong? I can't hear you.
There we go. My mic was
There you
muted.
go.
I found it.
Okay.
I found it.
And but yeah, I mean, anything, do something for 21 days and it becomes more of a habit, and because it reframes, it restructures those
Yes.
neural nets. What is it? Neurons that fire together wire together, and the more you repeat and the more you do something, everything, it's like getting up every morning and making your bed. It's something as simple as making your bed, or deciding to squeeze fresh lemon and spring water. If that's not how you start your day, you might want to put a reminder on your phone, or, oh yes, let me squeeze lemon and fresh lemon and water.
Yeah,
that's a good way to start the day. But then then you start doing it. It's like flossing. How many people are avid like flossers? I mean,
yeah.
Everybody brushes their teeth, but it's like, oh, I have made this concerted effort since I bought this. It's a toothpaste kit. Actually, I got it in my biohack box.
Oh,
and
yeah?
my new one's on its way. Dave Asprey, he's over in California. He grows his own beans, his own coffee beans.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, he has it was this Primal Life, and it's like charcoal tooth powder with these flossers. So every day I got in the habit of flossing, and it's something I've been doing for December, going on 3 months now, and I'm real proud of myself because
Good for you.
it's like a second thought after I brush my teeth. Oh yeah, let me pick up that little flosser.
Well, a habit does take 21 days, or it's like a certain amount of hours is what they say, because because you're putting together neural pathways, right? Every reaction that we have, every behavior that we have, every thought that has a subconscious, attached to it, is because our neurons have connected, right? That's the way we react, and that's the neural pathway. And when you do something different, different synapses are coming together. So all of a sudden, a different part of your brain is connecting. Like, oh, this is new. That's why it's so uncomfortable sometimes. A new activity or new behavior. Think about it like we talk about in Think Yourself Academy, where I got my coaching certificate. We talk about a cornfield, right? Like when you've got that cornfield that you've walked on, that same habit, that path is beaten down and it's nice and smooth. But you want to take a new path or a different path. The first time you walk in that corn, you're kind of walking through it and it might be snapping back, and you look behind you and there's nary a trail there. But the next time you go, you might go, oh, here's where I was. And you whack it down, and then all of a sudden you start making a trail, so that by the time you keep going and going and going, there's a new trail and that other one has grown over. And, that's what I did with my thinking that, like, who's going to listen to me, like becoming a coach.
Have you added cumin yet?
I did. I added capfuls of cumin, but and I really had to train myself to think differently, and it can be done. You can train. It's all about training. There's no miracle, everything's a process. Yeah, exactly. I love that what you just said, that like nothing's a miracle. I mean, you could think of it that way, but it's more of like a new synapsis, a new way of thinking, a new way of doing that. Again, you don't know until you don't know. You don't know what you're not aware of until you're aware of it. And then once you're aware of it, again, especially if it's something meaningful, and especially if it's something that's going to enrich and be better for you, better for your life. And I think, isn't this amazing? So now I'm going to add my lime zest. Okay, I just added my lime, and you can also see from Stephanie and I that there's no rhyme or reason for ingredients going in here. It's good because it's a salad. So I'm going to add my cilantro now.
The one thing I will say is, if you're going to add the avocado, I would just do it as like at the very end. And
that's what I'm going to do. Because I know that avocado is very, it's a very soft.
Can be very mushy.
Fruit. Yeah, it can be very mushy, or get very mushy if you're stirring it around, or you want to stir it. More cumin. Okay, so here we go.
Hold on. Did I add some cumin yet? I love how you say cumin. I say cumin.
Yeah, I actually don't really know what the proper.
Yeah,
maybe our viewers. Yeah, maybe our viewers. How do you say it?
Jacqueline says, I love to floss. Kim Bond says a trigger word helps. Jacqueline also says new pathways. Absolutely. And how can you know if you aren't taught or made aware in some way, shape or form? Yeah, it smells good, don't it, Siobhan?
I know. Like, for those who are watching me at home, I'm adding little capfuls, not full capfuls, but I've probably got a good 3 tablespoons of cumin in here, I would say.
Yeah.
And you're right, it is delicious.
And that might be enough for you, but I just remember, I mean, every time I've ever made this, it's like a hugely generous amount of cumin. But that's just, but see, I like things flavorful.
Oh my gosh. And again, if you're a regular viewer, Stephanie and I were getting high off the basil in our first couple recipes. Even if the recipes weren't calling for basil, we were putting basil. I just bought some basil to throw in there.
Yeah.
And I am telling you, this smells so good. The lime and the cilantro and the onion and the 4 cloves of garlic in here. I see you're doing an avocado. You putting an avocado, or you're just cutting it right now?
I'm just cutting it. I'm dicing it up.
Yeah, you're gonna put it on top, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on top because, and this is a little bit firmer avocado. It's not overly ripe, but sometimes when you're using really ripe avocado, it can become mush, and then and it's just like, that's not what you want. You want good texture and good flavor.
Oh God. Okay.
I know.
I'm so close to a plate and yet so far away. So
I know
I'm gonna eat in a cup.
I know what I want to say. Can you hear me through?
Yep.
I'm not. I don't sound like I'm across the room, do I? Because I adjusted my mic. Okay. Is that I was online with StreamYard for almost a half an hour, maybe longer, right before my podcast yesterday, wondering why I couldn't. I have little earbuds, that just stick in the ear, no cord, and I could hook it to StreamYard and I could hear through them, but I could not speak. It would not be used as a microphone, even though when I hook it to my iPhone and I can hear. And I can, it's like I'm talking to somebody on the phone. I'm at the gym and I answer the phone through my earbuds. They can hear me talking. But for some reason, the earbuds would not, for the life of me. We tried Firefox. We tried incognito mode. We tried, and people help out here if you happen to know of some earbuds, just little earbuds that would connect and be able to be used as a microphone and, the earpiece, because that would be so much better for what we're doing and how we're doing it and not having to worry about the cord. Like, luckily today, there's not a lot of going back and forth, trying to get to the stove and stuff. But yeah, I was like, I was infuriated that I couldn't figure out how to, and she couldn't figure. She's like, I don't know what to tell you, and try this and try that.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you can do like AirBuds Pro that are like $200 and something or something like that. I think there's AirBuds Pro, but I know there's a cheaper one too. I think it begins with J, but I can't remember what it is. Jambo? I can't remember. But there is I think a cheaper wireless version.
Well, I had that wireless earbud or earpiece, but and it had like the wired piece that stuck in the computer, and then it had something that right here with a microphone, but it was still far away from my freaking mouth.
Right.
Not,
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you did. Yeah.
And it still sounded like I was in the next house.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Well, let's see. Did I add my lemon juice?
I got lime. I got lime zest. I got onion. I got cumin. I got garlic. I think I got everything.
I want to do just a little bit more sea salt.
Yeah, I might do a little bit more sea salt and look into my cupboard because
holy cow.
I think I do have some tortilla chips here.
Oh yeah, that'll be perfect, Siobhan.
Yeah, I do.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Ooh.
Yes.
This is gonna be good. Oh, all right. I'm gonna put a little bit of my avocado. Yeah, those will be perfect.
Oh yeah.
Let's take a picture.
Oh yes, the famous picture that we always forget to take.
I know.
All right.
This has been fun.
I know, and one of our easier recipes. I mean, we really try to keep it easy.
Mm-hmm.
Although looking at us, you may not be able to tell that it's easy. I'm so glad that we have the same way about ourselves and cooking.
We have fun. We have fun.
We do.
Like, I was laughing my ass off last week at our episode. I was trying to focus on the conversation and kept making mistakes. But I mean, that was what was hilarious about it.
Exactly. And I think all those viewers are back again.
Yeah, I think they are too. Yeah, we've had up to 7. Now we've got 4, and we've got Kim and Jacqueline.
Yes. I don't think Jacqueline's missed Jax, I don't think has missed an episode. And I really appreciate our fans. Look at
I so appreciate our fans as well. Okay, I just wanted to. Oh my God! Hold on. Oh my God! Oh shit!
You're right.
All right, I want to do a.
It's like the cumin sinks into the beans. I need more cumin. She's not lying, friends.
I told you.
She is not. She is not damn fracking lying, my friends.
I am, girl. I tell the truth.
That's right.
The truth. All right. I just wanted to show everybody my chip. All right.
Ooh, looks fantastic.
Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna show people my chip. All right. Look at that. Oops. There's my chip with my avocado on it. I dropped the beans, but oh my God. No, I would have never thought to eat bean salad with chips. Why? I don't know. It's so good.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Again, fresh flavors. So delicious.
Oh my God.
Like every taste on the taste buds. Every taste.
For Rick and real. This is so good. Okay, I have to take another picture. All right. All right, let's see.
Of the cracker? Of the cracker with the
and maybe if I had like trying to.
You know, the salt of the chip is really, really good.
Taste that. I got my Airbnb guest just walked in. I got to make him taste this. You're going to die. Isn't that wonderful? Is there too much cumin? No. Thank you.
I know Graham might come home and say, "Oh my God, what are you doing with all that cumin?" But
oh my God,
I can't really even taste it now. I mean, I can, but
that's what I'm saying. You really can't. It's just amazing. And that avocado, I'm loving the avocado this time.
I really like the additions of the avocado and the Now everybody gets to watch me eat lunch. No, it's really good. Wow, what another delicious recipe. And I already know what we're making next week.
Yeah, I'm excited. Do you want to tell everybody? Okay.
1 second. So everybody knows I'm a big fan of kale. And I actually made up this recipe. And it's a roasted beet and kale salad with walnuts and feta cheese and balsamic. And well, we'll tell you more about that next week. But that's also going to be a delicious, delicious recipe.
I'm so excited for that.
Yeah, I am so excited as well. I am so excited as well.
I have stuff all over my face. And you know what's funny is that I've never been a big beet person, but I've had them in ways like I've had them roasted, grilled, like with a little dollop of goat cheese. You know?
Yeah, you can put goat cheese in this salad too. It doesn't have to be feta. It's whatever you have. I do like goat cheese for the tang of it because beets can be a little sweet.
Feta will be freaking amazing. Tyler's cousin makes it. He does that. That's his little thing with the with grilling it with the goat cheese. It's just amazing. Well, guys, like we said, you can't have too much cumin.
You really can't.
I did half a jar, and this is like a little. Okay, it's a 1.7 ounce jar. I said it. What would I say it was? A 3 or 5 ounce
Three.
jar.
Yeah, 3 ounce.
It's just like me when I said, like, God, this was back when we lived in Myrtle Beach, and we lived at this place called 95. It wasn't a place called. It was our address was 9531 Mason Court. We called it As the World Turns on 9531 Mason Court.
Yeah.
But anyway, somebody was asking me the distance of something, and I was like, I don't know, maybe like a couple 100 yards. They're like, Stephanie, a football field is blah blah blah. No, I know. Oh, the size of a boat. The size of a boat. That's what it was. They asked me the size of somebody's boat. Maybe it was Brad's new fishing boat. And I went, I don't know, like 100 yards. And they're like, Stephanie, 100 yards is a football field. I was like, well, he bought a cruise ship. We're all going on a cruise.
Oh my
Islands.
God. Yeah, that's funny. I'm a terrible distance person. I am a terrible distance person. I still think in feet. And Canada has been, meters for so long. And I used to be a ride captain in a cycling group, a charity cycling group, and and we used to cyclists. We'd be in a peloton, and then there'd be a gap, and people would say, "How far is the gap?" I wouldn't be able to tell them in meters. I'd be like, I don't know, 80 feet, and then 80 feet.
Like, you were asking me how tall I was. I think this is before we got on live. And I was like, I'm 5'3.5". I know I'm 5'3.5". You know what I'm saying? Other than that, everything's, I don't know, a couple 100 feet. His boat's like 100 feet. Stephanie, 100, that's a football field.
Okay, I got a confession for you before we go. It just has to do with not knowing anything. Okay, I was, luckily, this was like 25 years ago. And I plagiarized myself, not plagiarize. What do you call it when you lie on the stand? You're on trial.
It's not
perjury.
Perjury. Yeah.
My friend got arrested for drunk driving. I was in the car, and I was on the stand, and I was lying about how much this person could drink, because I didn't want him to, and. The lawyer knew right away I was lying, because he says, so, you've been around, Mr. So-and-so when he's been drinking before. And I said, oh, yeah, he can handle his alcohol really well. And he's like, well, how much on average would you say that he drank? And I said, I don't know. He could drink probably, I don't know, a beer in 10 minutes. And he's like, oh. A beer in 10 minutes. And I'm like, yeah, he's about a beer every 10 minutes. And he's like, so you're saying that your friend can drink 12 beer in an hour? Yes, I am. No, would that be six? Yeah, that'd be six beer. Yeah. Oh, no, I said a beer every 5 minutes. A beer every 5 minutes. That's right, because it ended up being 12 beer in an hour. And he's like, he knew I was lying, and I knew I was lying, and yeah.
Did he laugh?
Well, Robbie was there's his name, but yeah, he was like, I could see him, like, oh my God, yeah.
Girl.
Anyway, yeah, nobody can drink 10 beer in an hour.
I got to tell one of my getting pulled stories. Okay, when I was younger, I used to literally get pulled like it was my job. Okay?
Yeah.
Meaning I drove as fast as I could go until I reached the car in front of me, regardless of the speed zone. That's just how I chose to drive. I want to drive fast. Anyway, and I would get pulled all the time, and I never had my driver's license on me. God knows where my registration ever was. And I would jump out of the car immediately. Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. I'm so sorry, sir. Please don't give me a ticket. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to be speed. I'm so sorry. I'm going. Please. Blah, blah, blah. My address is, and they were like, calm down, man. Calm down. Okay, it's okay. And I would I'd talk my way out of so many tickets, but I get pulled 10 times a year. So for every 10 times, you're going to get a ticket. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is, this one time I'd gotten off work. I was a waitress at the time. And I was going to run home. My boyfriend he was at UNC Chapel Hill. He lived in a co-ed dormitory. And I needed to go home and grab some things before then driving from Chapel Hill Boulevard to Durham, where my mom and daddy lived, where I lived with them temporarily, all the way back to Chapel Hill. Well, before 1 a.m., someone of the opposite sex is able to sign you in. Okay.
Okay.
After 1 a.m., if you're going into that dorm, you have to have, and you don't live there, you have to have someone of the same sex. So it's like now 10 after 1. This is before cell phones. I go to the hospital, UNC Chapel Hospital, get on a payphone, call John, say, hey, I'm on my way. I'm at the hospital. Have Joanna come and sign me in. So he has to wake Joanna up if she was asleep. She has to go downstairs, sign me in. Okay, so then I'm leaving. And this is like a 2-mile stretch between the Chapel Hill Hospital and Hinton James dormitory where they lived. I have the rear view mirror on me, not even paying attention. And as I'm turning into the Craig parking lot, I see in my side view mirror blue lights. Of course, I pull over. And I jump out of the car. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, sir. I'm so sorry. Please don't give me a ticket. I'm so sorry, sir. And he goes, ma'am, he goes, do you realize you don't have your headlights on? Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. And he said, do you know what the speed limit is on this road? And I said, I don't know, 45. He said, try 25. He said, take a wild. I said, I didn't have my license. Again, no registration. He said, take a wild guess how fast you were going. I said, I don't know, like 35, 40. He goes, ma'am, I was following you at 61 miles an hour. I just wanted to see if you were all right. He's laughing his ass off at me.
Oh my God.
He goes, if I weren't on my way to another call, I might give you a ticket, but you drive safe. But anyway.
Wow.
Anyway, that's how I used it. Now I have slowed down. Cruise control is my best friend these days. So
good.
Well, guys, I sure hope y'all have enjoyed watching us today.
I hope you've enjoyed our show again. Yes. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. Yours looks
food
amazing.
Across the Americas.
Yes. Across the Americas.
Across the Americas. Yeah, across the countries. So thank you all for watching and joining in. We so appreciate coming to you every Thursday for Food Therapy, 12:30 Pacific Time, 3:30 Eastern Time.
Yes, and we had fun today. Well, guys, remember, next week, same time, same bat channel.
Yeah, exactly.
And we'll post the recipe and take some good pictures.
Yeah, for sure. Bye, everybody. Till next week. We will boop-a-da-boop, boop, 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 boop.
Bye.
Boop-a-da-boop, boop, boop.
Hold on.